Hi everyone, this is D Keys, bringing you an Elementalist's guide to the Uncategorized Fractal. In the first area of this fractal, you must jump up a series of platforms that are guarded by harpies. You can either kill the harpies as you go along, using reflects, blinds, and knockdowns to keep your party members safe, or you can use stealth to evade the harpies. Sometimes a harpy spawns on the third platform on your way up. You'll want to kill this one and then stealth on the platform after that harpy appears, in order to have enough stealth to make the run. Following that is a room that contains 3 champions and 1 veteran. You'll want to stack might as you first enter the room and kill the prison console, and then focus the champion rabbit before it starts one-shotting your party mates. After that, focus the veteran saboteur, as its bombs will cause you and your party mates to be knocked back, often into another enemy's attacks. Following the vet, 4 of you should DPS the champion shaman and pull him to one side of the room, while the last member of your party, typically a guardian, should pull the champion Etten to the other side of the room. Both dagger focus and scepter hammer setups are appropriate for this room. You are welcome to take as many DPS type utilities as you would like, and if you'd like a defensive utility, I would recommend either Mist Form or Arcane Shield, both of which are useful if you need to help res a downed party member. If using Glyph of Elementals as your elite, cast in Fire or Air attunement for a low toughness elemental that has a lower chance of pulling aggro of the Etten off of whoever is kiting him. If using an offhand focus, chain Swirling Winds with your party's other projectile blocks. If everyone is in melee range, the shaman will alternate a trio of lava fonts with a trio of fireballs, so maintaining those blocks will nullify one of his attacks. If the person who has the shaman's aggro leaves melee range, he may charge. The tell for that attack is that he will gain a flame shield. If he is charging in your direction, dodge when he is a few steps out in order to avoid the damage from this attack. Additionally, if you do not have any reflections up, you'll want to dodge his fireballs. Do your best to sidestep the lava fonts that the shaman will produce so that you'll have plenty of dodges for his other attacks. Once the shaman has been defeated, join the last member of your party on the other side of the room to DPS down the Etten. When possible, stay at the Etten's back. This way, you can completely avoid his auto attack. The tell for his auto attack is that he will swing his club horizontally all the way around to his backside. All of his other attacks, which have other tells, you should be prepared to dodge. Since the Etten's moves are slow and relatively easy to read, as long as you don't have aggro, it should be easy for you to maintain a good might stacking and DPS rotation. If your elite comes off cooldown while only the Etten is alive, refrain from using it. You're going to need it in a few minutes. After the champ room, you'll have to kill between 1 to 3 harpies to continue with the fractal. Use Swirling Winds to cover your party's entrance into the room, and then DPS down, using blinds if necessary. After the harpies, proceed up a staircase that has electric bars running down it. These bars will one-shot you, so you need to either sidestep them, dodge through them, or use obsidian flesh to get past them. You can also have your friendly neighborhood thief use Dagger Storm on the way up to cover everyone. You'll still want to make sure you have a dodge or obsidian flesh for the end of the staircase, though. Hit the 3 consoles at the top of the stairs to turn off the electric bars, and proceed to Old Tom's room once the immobilize has worn off. For Old Tom, bring Glyph of Elementals, as well as a Scepter Hammer or Dagger Focus setup that is DPS oriented. Before starting the fight with Old Tom, you'll want to stack might by looking slightly up into the air and not all the way up, moving around, and casting Dragon's Tooth so that it will appear in front of you and not in the ceiling, like here, or in the floor. While in Earth Attunement during your might stacking combo, cast Glyph of Elementals to summon your Earth Elemental. This Earth Elemental will stand in melee range of Old Tom and has enough HP to absorb 2 to 3 waves of his poison barrage. You and your party mates will want to stack directly behind the Earth Elemental and DPS him down quickly. When Old Tom is not doing his poison barrage, use Swirling Winds and other projectile blocks so that you can reflect his one-shot electric discharge. If you don't have any reflects, get ready to dodge when he bows. If a party member is downed because he or she is not standing behind the Earth Elemental, do not try to get them up. It is very difficult to out-res the poison. If they are downed due to an attack between the barrages, get them up very quickly so that they can continue DPSing with the rest of the party. After Old Tom is another series of platforms that you must traverse that are again guarded by harpies. Clear out the harpies until the platform just after the set of 4 hexagonal platforms, and then use blast finishers in a smoke field to apply stealth to your party. If you don't have other sources of swiftness in your group, use a staff to apply swiftness using Air 4, and if needed, Air 5. Otherwise, use an offhand focus so that you have access to obsidian flesh and swirling winds if things go wrong and someone is unstealthed. If you do not have a thief or an engineer who can provide smoke fields, then just kill the harpies on your way up. Remember to use projectile blocks and have stability handy to deal with their ranged attacks. For the last fight of this fractal, you'll have to fight 4 cat golems, first one at a time, and then all 4 at once, while a raving Asura shoots agony projectiles at you and your party. Both dagger focus and scepter hammer setups are appropriate for this fight, though if using dagger focus, I would recommend taking Glyph of Storms to cast an Earth Attunement when all 4 golems are active. Before engaging, stack Might using a similar angle for Dragon's Tooth that you did for Old Tom. While fighting, chain projectile blocks so that you and your party are safe from the Asura's agony attack. You can also summon an Earth Elemental and keep your target on the Asura so that it will continue fighting the Asura instead of a golem. When the 3rd golem is up, swap to Fire Attunement if it's available so that you can restack Might on your party in preparation for the 4th golem and all 4 golems. When the 4th golem punches the air in front of him, be prepared to dodge as his missiles are not reflectable. When all 4 golems are active, use Glyph of Storms and Earth Attunement to apply blinds and help protect your party a little. It is also wise to use obsidian flesh while channeling the skill so you aren't downed. Burst down the golems as quickly as possible, first focusing the Rocket Punch golem and leaving Mr. Mittens for last so that he doesn't apply protection to the other golems. And that's it for the Uncategorized Fractal. Thanks for watching!